Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in, and for my new viewers, make sure you hit the subscribe button. This look was inspired by Kiki Adams. If you're interested in how I achieved this look, stay tuned. Let's get right into it. I'm going to brush my brows in an upward motion. This way, when I apply my brow powder, pomade, or whatever, in this case I'm using Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Soft Brown, it just gives it a more natural effect. Once you're done filling them in, you always want to brush them so they get a natural effect. The LA Girl concealer in the color Fawn. I'm just going to put some of this on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take my flat concealer brush and line my brows up. Go ahead and blend that out. I like to use a fluffy concealer brush. This is actually from e.l.f. This is one of my favorite brushes, honey. Hello. Check your brows. Okay. Now we're ready to do the eyes. I'm going to take a super bright concealer from the same brand, and I'm going to put it all over my eyelids. And I've noticed a lot of makeup artists pack this on pretty heavy. I swear I put on a lot, but then looking at the video, it doesn't look like I put too much, but we're just gonna go with it. For my first color, I'm going to be using the Morphe Such a Gem Artistry palette. I like to blend out my concealer first, so that way my eyeshadow doesn't crease. This color is Plums Up from the Morphe Such a Gem Artistry palette. And I'm just going to pack this all in the crease. I pat the eyeshadow in, and then I blend it out with like windshield wiping motions. But I'm really trying to build this color here. I'm just stacking more and more purples on top. Trust the process. Oh my God, blend till you can't anymore. I feel like this is the longest process, but in the end, it is so worth it. Now I'm going in with Electric Purple from the Zulu palette by Juvias Place. I like to make sure that the whole crease is blended out, and then little by little I gradually start going towards the outer corners and really just packing in that color right there, super heavy. Once you've completed that, you want to go ahead and blend out the edges so they're not so harsh and they look a little bit more softer. This is the color Magenta from the Zulu palette, and I'm just going to place this right here and blend that out, blend those colors together. Normally you should be using a slightly smaller brush right here, but I love this brush for blending, and so that's why I'm trying to do really small circular strokes. Unfortunately, my camera did die by the time I got to the third color that I was stacking on, which was Tangerine Orange, also from the Zulu palette, but it's okay, whatever. we're gonna get into this cut crease. I get a little hesitant only because when creating the cut crease, you want to make sure that you're actually cutting it and you're creating that straight edge on your crease. Take your time and take small strokes. The moment when you tell yourself, trust the process. Using the same brush for the purple eyeshadows, we're going to blend inward on the outer corners. On my outer corner, I'm going to pack in the color Jezebel from the Nubian to Juvias Place palette. In the middle, I'm going to blend out the color Electric Purple. I'm trying really hard not to get any product on the cut crease, but then again, this brush is a little fluffy. Before I add on my final color, I want to pack on some concealer right in this concentrated area, super small area, because I really want it to be bright and stand out. Using a flat brush, I'm going to pack on the color Canary Yellow from the Zulu palette. We're going to go ahead and blend those two colors together. To get that gradient effect, I like to stack the colors on top of each other. So purple, then I go with yellow, then I blend that out. Then I'll go back in with the purple again and blend that out again with the yellow until it's perfectly gradiented out. If that is a word, I'm creating a word, gradiented.
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
I felt like it was a little bit on the orange side, so I decided to add in the color Lemon Drop from the Colored Raine Vivid Pigments palette.
Thought I could fly, so I stepped off the golden. Nobody cried, nobody nobody even noticed. I saw them standing right there. Kinda thought they might care. I had a dream. I got everything I wanted, but when I wake up I see you with me. As long as I
Just keep blending, just keep blending. All right, we're gonna get into this eyeliner. This is the NYX That's the Point eyeliner. It's a felt tip liquid liner, and boom, I just go straight in. I will soon have a segment specifically for eyeliner, different eyeliners, how to use them properly. But honey, I can never resist a wing. This is my favorite. I love a liquid liner with a sharp wing. Ooh, cut to the point, honey. Yes, come on, NYX, that's the point. Hello, okay, slogans.
I tried to scream to anyone who might care. They called me weak, like I'm not just somebody's daughter. Could have been a nightmare.
Yes, bitch. Killed it.
You always want to have good vibes going when you're doing an awesome look. Yes, showcase that work. I actually did the other eye off camera, so we're going to get right into the face. I'm going to wipe off any fallout that I had from the eyeshadow.
They say he's third cousin to the Kaiser and second cousin to the devil.
I'm afraid I haven't been a very good host, old sport. You see, I'm Gatsby.
His smile was one of those rare smiles that you may come across 4 or 5 times in life. It seemed to understand you and believe in you, just as you would like to be understood and believed in.
Before the beat, we are going to moisturize this skin. And now using the Becca Cosmetics First Light Priming Filter. This is the LA Girl Orange Color Corrector. I use this on my dark spots, dark circles, around my mouth, just to cancel out any discoloration. That way when I put my foundation on top, it's just a flawless finish. I get happier and happier with each step we get closer to being done. Moving on to foundation, I'm making my little concoction. Now this is a combination of the Nars Radiant Longwear Foundation with the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer and a couple of drops of the Farsáli Rose Gold Elixir. I know, it's a little much, but honey, you have to make it up however you need to make it up to make it work for you. And I love when makeup looks like skin, and that's how I feel about this.
And if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare to anyone who might care. Thought I could fly.
Now because I use 2 different foundations, one is lighter and one is darker, sometimes when I put it all together, my face still comes out a little bit darker. So I'll go ahead and use the lighter shade and just apply that to the highest point of my face and go ahead and blend that in.
I got everything I wanted, but when I wake up I see you with me. tried to scream, but my head was underwater. They called me weak, like I'm not just somebody's daughter. It could have been a nightmare, but it felt like they were right there.
So earlier we applied the orange color corrector in this area right here. Now I'm going to go over it with the concealer, so then that way the orange has no way of shining through.
And I don't wanna let him down. I had a dream, I got everything I wanted, but when I wake up I see you with me. I had a dream, I got everything.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I am in love with my e.l.f. Cosmetics fluffy concealer brush and my Real Techniques sponge. This fluffy thing blends out my skin beautifully. Normally, a lot of people would be baking at this point. By baking, I'm talking about the powder on your face, but I am not your average baker. I'm going to go ahead and use my setting powder with a damp sponge and just press that in. I'm not going to leave that on to sit. I'm going to press it all the way in. And wabam, ha, I am not gonna be looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost Girl. No ma'am, I have dry skin, so that's why I like to press the powder in. Something that I have learned over the years. Highlight the nose, darling. I'm gonna go ahead and use the leftover concealer on my tiny forehead. By the way, I'm using the same brush I use on my brows. Hello, yes, okay. Whew. We almost done, baby, we almost done. In the color medium to tan by the Anastasia contour kit, I'm going to use the first color on the second row for my nose, and then right in the corners, right here where I'm placing the brush, I'm using a darker shade just so that way my nose is perfectly contoured. This is the LA Girl Concealer. It's a darker shade. I'm going to go ahead and push that into my cheekbones for my contour. It took me a little bit to blend it out just because I used a little bit too much, but that's okay. Like I said, blending is key. That's going to be your best friend throughout the whole process. I can't stress this enough. Do not be gentle on this. Please push your makeup in. Beat to the gods, okay? If you got a little sloppy on the contour, that is okay. That is what concealer is here for. We're going to strike through on both sides of my face, right underneath, just to cut it. I'm going to blend it out just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and do another strike through with some setting powder. Now, as I stated before, I don't like to bake, so I'm going to remove this immediately, and just to get some of the excess powder off, including even some of the contour powder that I had on there. Setting powder can sometimes leave a ghostly cast, so I like to go over that with my MAC pressed powder just to kind of add some more color back in. From the makeup gods themselves, The crayon case created the Angloa Highlight Loose Powder Pigment. I love this stuff on women of color. Oh my God, so beautiful. The high points of your cheeks, the inner corners of your eyes, the cupid's bow, the tip of your nose, your brow bone. Those are all areas you can highlight. Some people do chin and forehead. I prefer not to. Sometimes too much highlight can make you look like a tin man. If you do it nice and subtle, or to the point where people can still see it, it is very tasteful. Going in with my blush on top of my highlight and contour just gives it a seamless gradient effect. I'm using the NYX Nude to Me Ombre Blush. Applying the same colors as earlier to my bottom lash line to create an eyeliner effect so my eyes have a little bit more depth. Finishing touches, cleaning up any excess concealer around my lip area, which I applied my lipstick off camera. And this is the final look. I definitely enjoyed creating this look for you all. All of the products that I used in this video will be in the description box down below. If you have any questions or comments, please fill my comment section up. Believe it or not, it does help to grow my channel. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at FirstFaceMC and my personal page at __VanityLife. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.